do you know? How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know? Good
What
afternoon.
what do you know? Good
Yeah.
afternoon to you, Mr. Nolan.
We are we're on a Thursday.
Are we
just
morning? Are we in morning? I just want to ask you that right away because of what's going on with the Harbaugh situation.
Oh no. Oh, Harbaugh's, there's rumors that he's going to sign a 5-year deal with Michigan.
And there goes my wife.
So somebody just zipped through the brick wall back there.
That's Becky D.
Yeah.
She's on a mission.
So yeah, I guess he might not be coming to Chicago, I guess.
So do you see what's in the contract? If he gets that extension, did you see what they're doing?
No.
They will sign the extension. He's going to get all that money, and he has to promise not to look for NFL jobs.
Oh, during that whole contract?
During that whole ordeal. So what do you think? Do you think he signs it? Do you think, would you take, it's a lot of money. We're talking like
$11 million a year, wasn't it?
$11 million a year. What do you do? What do you do, Nolan?
Which Aaron Rodgers is making $50 million a year. So
wow.
What can he get in the NFL? Will the Chicago Bears give him $25 million?
What would the Bears pay him?
I don't know. I didn't hear any. I haven't heard any numbers. You look at what Gruden got. He should be getting more than Gruden.
So why? What has he done in the NFL?
Got to a Super Bowl.
Did he win it?
No. But he got there.
Okay.
I hear Viking fans all the time say, "Hey, we went to 4 Super Bowls." But
wow.
Did you win it?
Well, no. But Bud Grant only coached from 8 to 5. He was home for dinner every night. That's a whole different story now.
Yeah.
You knew that, right? Like they never, coaches back then never, maybe like Lombardi or something like that. But, Belichick doesn't he spend like days there at the facility?
Yeah.
He never goes home.
Bed or something.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think the Bears would pay Jim Harbaugh $25 million a year to coach the team. I don't think, and you could tell me I'm wrong, I don't think the Bears would pay him $11 million a year to coach that team.
No, I think they're looking on more lines of Ben Johnson, or I just came up the other day, Bieniemy.
Yeah.
I just told you before we went on, everybody was salivating over Josh McDaniels, the huge offensive play caller. And then he jumps out of that position in the head coach and El Flapo.
Right.
So does Bieniemy do the same thing? Is he? He hasn't really.
He's had several. Well, I shouldn't say he's had several opportunities. He's had several interviews. Yeah. And why has he never been hired? What is it about him? Yep. Is there something about him that people?
Well, like last year, you remember when Bieniemy was hired? After the first couple months, there was actually players
that were upset.
And he was too intense, and he yells too much. It's like
they're making me work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that'd be for a Chicago Bear team. I think that would probably be good for a guy to come in and you're getting back to the Mike Ditka type. You're stern with the players. But you've heard coaches in the college ranks that have said, I'll never go professional because the kids, Deion Sanders, you get in the NFL guys don't listen to you like the college guys do.
Right. So interestingly enough, let's go back to Ditka. Who was the coach on that team? Was it Ditka or was it Buddy Ryan? I watched something on Netflix the other night. I think it was about the 85 Bears. And I kind of knew that they didn't like each other, but I didn't realize it was as deep. It was like, yeah. And
it was Buddy's defense.
Yep.
It was Ditka's team. So, yeah. I don't know.
But if you went to like Danton, I can't think, Singletary and all those guys and said, okay, who was your coach? Who are they going to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
it'd probably be Buddy Ryan.
Yeah. And because they wanted Buddy Ryan to stay there, so he was according to this documentary.
Documentary.
Yeah, documentary.
Come on, Nathan, get it right. Would you?
I'm just. I will tell you, I've been working a lot. Actual work days, and so my head is. I haven't been keeping up on the sports world.
No, I know. I texted you this morning. I'm like, hey, we got to do a quick 5 minute this morning. What happened? Not a lot happened, but we'll stay on the football side of things before we get into the baseball. But
right on
Belichick, and the boys on the road tonight. Slept in Pittsburgh last night. He wakes up. What's he gonna do? What's his game plan tonight, Chad? Is he?
Well, that's the thing. Let's
laying a goose egg, or is he?
What do you? So if they win tonight, what do you think? If they lose tonight, you can still continue and say he's tanking. He's tanking for a QB. He's tanking for a draft pick. Do you really think? I just knowing what we know from Belichick.
A win tonight is not going to affect their. I think they'll still stay 2 because Arizona won last week.
Okay,
so I think they can get away with a win, but then you got to lose the next 3 or 4.
Right.
But right now they're sitting 2. They're sitting where they want to.
Yeah.
Obviously, they want Carolina to win a game here, so they don't have to make the trade with Chicago.
Right. Okay.
I seen in numerous trade speculations this week with New England, and I don't know if New England gives up as much as they're saying. I mean, they're just flipping 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But they're giving up like a 3rd rounder this year, a 2nd rounder next year, and a 1st round in 2025. And it's just like, God, that seems like a lot to jump up 1 spot. I mean, because everybody's saying that the top 2 quarterbacks are kind of neck and neck. Obviously, Caleb Williams is
he's still up there, man. He's still like the number 1 guy, and then the guy from North Carolina is number 2.
And Williams already made his choice. I think he is going to the NFL.
He is that the official word?
He's said he's not playing in the Holiday Bowl or whatever bowl game they're in. So
gotcha. Okay.
And that's what I don't like. It's just like, obviously he doesn't want to get hurt, but I mean, you've been playing for USC all these years, and all of a sudden you can go win a bowl game, and I'm not going to play. Not going to play.
If he's in the playoffs, it's a whole different story. He's playing, he's winning the national championship. But I don't. If he's playing in the Holiday Bowl or whatever the heck it is, I don't know. Like we talked about last one, Gophers don't have a quarterback right now. I mean, they don't. They got a transfer coming in through the portal. Some guy from New Hampshire. He was leading, and he's thrown the ball 9 million times, and he's got 52 touchdowns. But it's just crazy. It's crazy. But back to Belichick. Let's before we start digging way deep into college football.
Yeah,
I just can't see the Bill Belichick that we've seen throughout all these years actually dumping a game. I just can't, buddy. I just can't tell him saying, don't win. I couldn't, if I had a coach come out to me and say, don't win, I'd be like, I'm not going to play for you. Seriously. But that's just.
But I don't think the players need to be involved in this. I really don't. If you're tanking.
So if you go out and you tell you don't want to win the game, and you're driving down the field and you can kick a field goal to win the game, you don't tell your kicker you missed this field goal. We're gonna cut you tomorrow. You're cut.
With the kicker, you could. You could. Because he probably did it 2 weeks ago when the kid shanked a 30 yarder.
I'm just saying, if your team is gonna tank, I couldn't play for that coach.
Yeah.
See, your narrative changes as we go on. The team doesn't know. But a couple of weeks ago, the team knows. The
team could know. But I'm also saying, if the team doesn't know, in the realm of the coaches in a coach's room by themselves, I mean, you look at the Bears game. I mean, you're moving the football all game long. You have a chance to go down and win the ball game, and you run your smallest running back into the 1 hole up against the 2 biggest linemen on the Detroit's line. Then you throw a bomb that goes over the the kid's head by. So why are you changing what you've been doing all game when you know you got to move up the field?
Well, that's the prevent. Like we need to gobble up the clock. And
but there was no, all you needed was a first down. All you needed was a first down. Why don't you roll out the guy that's been giving you 7 to 8 yards a carry rather than I'm going to hand it off here and get 1 yard.
okay.
Oh, here's got stuffed again.
Okay.
Well,
So
now what should we do?
let's say that about the Viking Bear game. Vikings get that takeaway from the Justin Fields fumble. They run Alexander Madison up the middle for 1. They run Alexander Madison up the field for another 1. And then they throw a pass and the guy is caught 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They punt the ball. The Bears come down, win the game.
But the Vikings are known for that.
But you're saying that that's a tank. That's a tank.
I'm saying it easily could be.
Okay.
It very easily could be because you're the play caller. If you're not calling a play that's going to get Justin Jefferson 10 yards down the field and an out wide open like he has been all game because he's Justin Jefferson, and you're sending him out on a 2-yard out, then he needs 7 yards and he gets tackled. To me, that's you're basically
KNDC. How can I help you?
mute.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know, buddy. There ain't nobody working today. It could be someone calling in our fan line. You never know.
Going to the voicemail. Yeah. So going into this weekend.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Your top 5 picks are Chicago from Carolina.
Yep.
New England, Arizona, Washington, Tennessee, Jets, Bears, and the Giants. Giants will lose. They play Green Bay. Chicago plays the Lions. I can't figure out what mode they're in yet, so I'll tell you after this weekend.
Okay.
Jets are playing the Texans, so they're going to lose because they're starting Zach Wilson again.
Right.
Tennessee is who they got. They got somebody this weekend. I didn't write it down. And then
They don't
Washington,
they
do have somebody this weekend.
Well, yeah, they're all playing. Bye weeks are over.
No, Washington and Arizona have a bye.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Oh, this week they do. Okay.
Dolphins. So they're going to lose.
Yeah, they'll lose.
New England will lose tonight against Pittsburgh. And then Carolina Panthers have Detroit, right? No, they have the Saints.
I could see them winning that game because the Saints are Jameis Winston team right now because Derek Carr's hurt. I will agree with you, Nolan, that tanking happens. I just don't think it happens this early.
But it has to start somewhere.
Well, I know.
I mean, if you're looking for the number 1 pick, this is a quarterback that hasn't come around in many, 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 many years.
Well, I think this quarterback class is going to be pretty deep, don't you? I mean,
yeah, but you sent me a draft list the other day. Where's this Bo Nix guy?
I don't know. Some guy. That's just some guy
in the top 32. It's like,
yeah,
an Oregon hater.
Yeah, well, that and Penix wasn't there, was he? I don't think he was. I kind of looked for him, and there was only 2 people, and that was the 1 and 2 picks. So,
yeah.
If I'm New England, I would take Drake May. Yeah. Because of the things that we've heard about Caleb Williams. I'd be a little bit worried about his mentality, saying things after the game. He goes, gets beat up and he goes, cries to his mom, what does, I don't know.
So if Carolina or Chicago has a number 1 pick, season ended today, what team would jump up to get Caleb Williams? If you don't think New England's going to want Caleb Williams, who's going to jump up? Arizona won't, because I see they're does Washington? Does Tennessee?
I think Tennessee's got what's his name? Their guy,
the
Levis. I don't think the Jets do. I could see the Giants making a move, but I don't think they would.
Well, what about your little story you sent earlier about the Jets? They're a little disgruntled. Aaron Rodgers getting a little feisty.
Yeah, I was just joking around on that. And I'm like,
go to Minnesota, huh?
Yeah. Wow, because everyone else says that.
Yeah,
he kind of teabagged the team there a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he said some not nice things, but
that's Aaron Rodgers, and I think the last time we talked about Aaron Rodgers, I got a little riled up.
yeah, you
and,
did. Yeah.
So we're not going to spend a lot of time on Mr. Rodgers, but
No, he's gonna. I don't know. We won't. We'll get you all riled up again. We don't want to do that. So
no.
So tonight's game, NFL game, and it's Patriots versus the Steelers. Steelers are 5.5 point favorite. You had said, and the over under of this game is what?
30.5.
That's like crazy.
That's like what most teams together combined score by halftime.
By halftime. Unless you go to a Bears-Vikings game on Monday night.
No, that's true.
and
we didn't even get there. We didn't even get to 30.
We didn't get to 30. The Patriots, I was watching PTI last night just because I know they were going to talk about the Timberwolves being stellar, and we'll talk about that most likely tomorrow because we were only going to go 15 minutes today, and we're already at 16.
Oh, we're at 16 already. All right, let's pick Pat Steelers. Who you got?
Are we picking money or what are we doing?
We're going to go $100 on the game and $100 on the over/under.
Oh man.
Yep.
I'm going to go over for sure. And I will take the Patriots. Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm like totally opposite.
Are you really? Okay.
I'm taking Pittsburgh -5, and I'm going to, for the first time in my life, I don't care how low it is.
Yeah.
These garbage teams, Pittsburgh's not going to score 30. So it's going to be 28-0 Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Game over.
All right. And tell you what, if it's 28-0 Pittsburgh, I will give you an extra $1,000 in virtual money. If you call the score right off.
And if it's 28-3, I'm done picking for the rest of the year.
Okay.
There's a field goal at the end. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll be done.
And don't call me because I'll be sleeping.
Yeah. I know you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like shut off conversation like that when you're. I sent you like 3 Snapchats last night. You're like, yeah, I'm getting close.
Yeah.
A couple others, I was like, wasn't even open. I'm like, yeah, he just shut his lights off.
Well, you're gonna make fun of me, but I have like this app that tells me it's time to like whatever you want to call it, not decompress. Yeah, just like it's time to cleanse yourself from the blue screen so you sleep better and all that sort of thing. That's kind of what I do.
Well, mine does too, but I ignore it. I just keep.
Yeah, see, because I could go all night, you and I back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I got going last night, and I just kept sending them. I'm like, he's gonna wake up tomorrow morning. And go,
I had like,
are you kidding me?
Dixie was born last night, so I tried.
I even gave you a good morning one.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I kind of chuckled a little bit. And so, no, I try and stay on that. I do. It's just helped me sleep better by not.
Yeah. Well, good. You look better. You look like you're.
I was in 8-hour meetings. Well, actually, Tuesday I was in an 8-hour work meeting, and then I went to church and was in a 4-hour church meeting. So I was like, when you sit in meetings all day long, it's just. You don't do a lot of like when I'm home here right now, I can get up, I can walk, I can take the dog outside, get a little sun, all that stuff, but it just hasn't happened. So
what is the weather like there?
We are at
50.
It says we're at 18 degrees, but I don't believe that at all because it's like 56 degrees out when I was outside earlier today. So I've already been downtown and back, and
there you go.
Was at meetings this morning when you asked me what was going on. I said, "Hey, I'm actually working again.
I'm actually working, dude. Yeah,
dang, work got in the way, but here we are." So got a really nothing this afternoon, and then I got a really late Friday tomorrow.
I probably need a nap this afternoon, so I got to wrap things up here pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
So all right, we got our picks in. I was watching. This is one of my favorites. I posted on Know the Score, and I love this.
Ain't nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
Roll Tide.
Give me Alabama to break.
That's the best part. When
Yeah.
I watched that, I'm just like watching McAfee, and all of a sudden he turned around. I'll take Alabama.
And those guys were just like, what?
All the Georgia fans were just like, yeah, McAfee's rolling with it.
Yeah,
You know? And he
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I was too, wasn't I?
Yeah, you're right.
I was right. But there you go. That's all right. Hey, I know you want to take a nap, but you want to chat a little bit of baseball as well. So we're not gonna go to
I mean, we got dozing off here, but yeah,
Yeah.
Juan Soto ended up leaving San Diego. The San Diego experiment did not work, or still isn't working.
right.
Went
Just
to the
a
Yankees.
Quick
along
research.
with-
It sounds like the Padres got the better deal.
well, that's what they say. They got a bunch of young guys, yeah. But
Okay.
they-
All right.
to me, San Diego's always going to be San Diego. I mean,
You're not a San Diego fan.
I'm not a San Diego fan, and they made it even worse when they signed Machado.
Yep.
And then they started signing all this. I think they had a bigger payroll than the Dodgers, and I think they beat us in the playoffs the one year.
Right.
But after that, and then they got Soto, then they didn't even sniff the playoffs. So
Right. So Ohtani, I apologize. I haven't done my research, but it sounded like they were having secret meetings somewhere. Is that what I was reading? Or
I haven't
what?
read any of that. No, I haven't really kept up
Okay.
on Ohtani. I'm waiting for just a news flash to pop up one day that says Ohtani's a Dodger. It's one of them.
We take you now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
We still don't know where Ohtani is.
No,
I just thought I read that he was like he wanted to keep everything secretive, and then the Dodgers came out and started talking about it, and that kind of made him mad. And,
oh boy. Yeah.
who else? Do you know? Have you heard who else is after him? Or don't
I
they
thought you were
really-
gonna say, do anybody else that acts like that? It's Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Yeah.
Are like the Yankees trying to pursue him? I mean, I can't
I
imagine.
don't know. Now signing
they're
Soto,
not.
I
Yeah.
mean, they've got a lot of money tied up over in New York.
Right. Boston, Atlanta. I mean, what are the teams you could see signing him? Do the Padres? Can you see the Padres doing it? Getting rid of Soto and
somebody.
getting rid of, you know?
What about? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard
Do you
to say. The Angels are dismantling, so I mean, if he's gone,
Do you
know,
trade
where-
off Trout? But
Yeah,
Trout
where's he going?
could never play a full season. He's like, and I
Trout's just cashing his paychecks, man. That guy's like quietly just being Trout, and there's no
Hits-
trade
yeah,
things. There's no free agent. It's like, hey, I'm an Angel.
yeah.
You know,
But at some point, don't you want to win as a professional, or you just want to cash your paycheck?
no,
you know.
depends. Some
And
guys, yeah.
I enjoy money, and don't get me wrong, and I love it, and it helps me do the things that I like to do. But when I'm making it, Nolan, I want to enjoy what I'm doing as well.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's something that's always been in, you could go and do this and make a ton of money, but if you don't like what you do, you come home and your family's like, geez, you're crabby.
But does he not like,
well, no, I'm,
I mean, losing, I understand you're going down the losing perspective part of it, but does losing really bother him? He hasn't really come out and said, you know what, our team sucks. We need to do something.
well, true.
Players
Yeah.
that do that. He
Yeah.
has never once that I've seen. I've never heard him come out and say, hey, we need to start winning, or front office needs to do something, or I want out.
Or I want out. And that's just some people. So maybe, being loyal and all that stuff. And I get that. So, but you would think it's got to take a toll on you, man.
Yeah, you would
Losing
think so.
all the time. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. But
Yeah, D-backs got left-handed pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez, 4-year, $80 million, 30 years old. So he's, other than that, we kind of knew all the other ones. Sonny Gray, Maeda,
gone.
Craig Kimball went to the Orioles on a 1-year deal, but he's past
he-
what?
Is he 65 now? Does he have his art card?
I didn't write down his age, but he's about done. With
Yeah.
the pitch clock, he can't hang his arm like that.
Yeah. Like
He can't sit there for 15 seconds and then hit.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And the Twins are saying that, I don't think they're going to miss Sonny Gray. They probably will. The other guy, I don't think they'll miss too much. He wasn't a real cog, just ate up some innings, but they got some young arms coming up. But I with Lopez out there, and I guess with Gray being, the finishing second in the Cy Young, that's a great feat. But no pitcher really had like a really outstanding year last year.
No,
if you get it.
no.
So
enjoy
anyway.
that, Decker, because you're going to be one down after tonight.
Woo! You caught up.
Lead by Dix for the whole year.
Yeah. Well, I think he had me
How
that
many
first week. The first week you had me by like
Was it
2
the first
games.
week?
Yeah, and then I came back.
Then I went to my heart, and it went over.
Yeah. So
No, there's some decent games this weekend. There's some floppers there's some tank games. There's a little bit of everything this weekend. So
do you think at what point in the season did the NFL say, God, do we really have to have the Steelers and the Patriots on this Thursday night?
We talk about flex games all the time. Why do we keep Green Bay Giants on Monday night? That's like a perfect flex position to say, yeah, I know the Packers are starting to play well, but it's the Giants. And I know it's the market.
So what game do you put in there? What game do you put in there from this weekend?
Eagles Cowboys is on Sunday.
Sunday night or during the day?
Sunday night.
Okay.
Bills Chiefs is 2:00.
Yeah.
That could be Seahawks 49ers.
I think that's going to be a slaughter. I just do. I
Put
think
Raiders on Monday night. Put
Raiders
that
and
Vegas
Vikes.
game on Monday night.
Raiders Vikes.
A Legionnaire would have to switch all their flights, but why not? Lions Bears. That's a better draw than Green Bay New York.
Is it in New York?
Well, prime time is wanting the Lions now, so feed them some Lions.
Yeah, feed this Lions.
How about this big 8-4 versus 7-5 this weekend? The Jaguars and the Browns.
It's gonna be
both throwing out backups.
Yeah, poor Trevor Lawrence.
They did have a picture of Deshaun Watson. I don't know if he was sitting in a suite somewhere.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah, with Joe Burrow down on the sidelines.
Down there on the sidelines. Yeah.
Was Deshaun up in the? Was he up in the owner's box getting a massage? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think he's in the owner's box. I think that was.
He wasn't in Haslam.
In New England, maybe crap.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to Pittsburgh tonight. Good luck, Steelers. Yeah. So you're taking New England +5 and the Pats over.
Yeah. Well, not the Pats over, just the score. Pats are it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be
when you bet it in Vegas, that's
16,
how you gotta word it.
16-15. That's what the score is gonna be.
If it's 16-15 with 2 safeties and
you're not gonna be on.
No.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night. If I wake up and I look at the score and it's that, I will call you.
When you're gonna go to bed, it's gonna be 3-3 at halftime.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
I'm gonna say
it might even be 6-0. I don't know.
No.
I don't think
Patriots
have many touchdowns.
They've averaged 4 points in the last 3 games. That's awesome for a football.
And Pittsburgh can't be much better.
Yeah. Well, I think is Pickett out too. I think he's hurt too.
Oh yeah, he's hurt too. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I need to change my over under.
Oh no, you already picked it. You're
all right.
Who are we going with tonight?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be 30.5. That there's no starting quarterback starting in with that.
God, that's ugly. Ugly. So, all right, my brother. I got to say goodbye to my wife. She's heading off to work. So,
okay. Tell her to be safe. Save a life.
She does. We'll chat soon.
We've saved many, but she saves more.
We just make people laugh. But in the immortal words, in the immortal words of one of my favorite people of all time.
Okay, see you later, pal.
Sounds good.